What's cracking, yo? Welcome back to Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today. Back with another reaction video. This one centered around the guy that is all the way from North Carolina, Michael Jordan. 20 things you didn't know about Michael Jordan. This video was submitted by subscriber / viewer Sulamal Saad. So I appreciate the recommendation there, Sulamal Saad. And hey, let's get into this reaction and see what I know and what I don't know about MJ. Let's check it out.
These are 20 things you didn't know about Michael Jordan.
Here, Jordan, you're approaching the bottom.
1-1 the count to Jordan. The pitch, it's a line right. It's going, far.
And for number 20, there's no way you knew that MJ is a professionally trained motorcycle racer.
When did you discover motorcycle road racing?
Once I started watching, I said, I got to get out there and do that stuff.
Michael Jordan is gearing up for the race of a lifetime. They're coming around the corner. It's the final lap. Can he win it? Oh, that's Michael Jordan!
Yeah, Jordan's got a need for speed. But at number 19,
What the hell? Bro, I ain't know that.
all he needed was help. Because I bet you didn't know that MJ once got humiliated by a kid in a wheelchair. Yeah, this is Eric Barber. And when he was just 3 years old, he lost the ability to walk. And growing up, he was obsessed with Michael Jordan. So in 1987, he wrote a letter to MJ, challenging him to a game of wheelchair basketball. And a few months later, his wish finally came true.
What's your strategy for this one-on-one contest?
Well, pretty much just to go around him, keep him off balance. I miss get a rebound before he gets there,
Well, he's not scaring me at all. He can talk all this trash on TV. We're going to go at it when we get on the court.
Michael posting up Eric right away, misses a short jumper. Remember now, Eric has 15-foot range. Good speed, he makes the turn on Michael. It's 4-0. Michael playing that Matador defense. Watches Eric go right by. Eric looking for that favorite spot. Eric Barber from the top of the key puts it away.
Damn, that kid was on a roll. And we're rolling to number 18. Because you probably
I ain't know that, but you gotta understand, if that kid been practicing in a wheelchair, that kid know how to shoot and maneuver in the wheelchair. Shout out to that kid, though.
didn't know that Michael Jordan sells his underwear.
Right here, an unusual item hitting the auction block. Michael Jordan's underwear.
Yeah, personally worn by the Bulls legend himself. Apparently got plenty of use. Leland's auction site points out the loose threads and a worn Jordan logo. The shorts even have a dry cleaning tag still attached.
Yeah, Jordan's sweaty underwear is worth $3,300. That's just
I didn't know that, but 3,000? I thought this joint was going to be at least 20 G's. You know how many women going to be out there sniffing where he lay his balls at? God Lord. That's Michael Jordan's ball sofa. This is where his balls rested. That's got to be worth 20 grand.
nuts. But number 17 is downright scary. Cause I bet you didn't know about the one thing Michael Jordan's terrified of. See, when MJ was just 7 years old, he was at a beach in North Carolina, swimming with his best friend. When out of nowhere, current started to pick up, and the waves became violent. Now luckily, Jordan was able to make it out of the water that day, but his friend wasn't as fortunate. Sadly, he drowned.
I didn't know that.
Jordan's so traumatized that he developed aquaphobia, an intense fear of water. And according to MJ, this condition is so serious that he'll never go swimming again. Because in 1992, during an interview with Playboy, he said, "Everybody's got a phobia for something. Me, I don't go in the water anymore. I can't swim. I'm not messing with the water. Even when I go on a boat, it's not without a life jacket." Man, I feel bad for Jordan. But at least he's got people he can lean on. Because for number 16, there's no way you
Pause. I didn't know that, but I feel that I'm gonna make a long story short. You know what? I'll tell you later. Let me write it down so I don't forget. I'll tell you after my closing remarks. I'll tell you my story. All right, let's keep going.
You knew that Michael Jordan's neighbor is LaMelo Ball. Yeah, this is Jordan's 7,000 square foot luxury penthouse in downtown Charlotte. And this place is massive. It's got a private elevator, automatic toilet, 25-foot ceilings, modern lighting from Italy, a one-of-a-kind bathroom with a 500-gallon tub that takes 40 minutes to fill up. Yeah, this place has it all. But in 2020, all these features became way too much for Jordan to manage. So he decided to split his luxury condo in two, with the second half selling to LaMelo Ball for $3 million. Yeah, these guys are practically roommates. And nowadays, Jordan can't even go outside without getting harassed by LaMelo fans.
I saw that.
LaMelo Ball. That's not LaMelo. Oh, that's Michael Jordan! Michael Jordan! Can I get a pic? Huh? Michael Jordan! Where LaMelo at? Michael! Let's go!
Man, even at home, Jordan will make a little time for the fans. What a number.
Pause. Okay, so I didn't know that, but I had seen that video before with the kids. So these kids were waiting for LaMelo Ball. And imagine Michael Jordan coming out. And one of the kids is like, yo, where's LaMelo? I'm like, really? Wow. Time is just moving on, ain't it?
Number 15, Jordan changed a fan's life. Back in 2016, Jordan caught wind of a viral video going around that touched his heart. It was a man named Jeffrey Harrison who struggles with seizures and autism, playing pickup basketball, dressed as the GOAT.
I know about
Jordan
this guy.
thought it was sweet. Some people saw the clip and started hating, clowning my man Jeffrey for no reason. So in response, MJ decided to get in touch with Jeffrey's family and give him the gift of a lifetime.
Robert Williams, this is Michael Jordan. I was just calling to say to your son, thank you for his support.
Who was that, Jeffrey? Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan.
Did you get all the stuff?
Yep, I got all of it right now.
Is it enough?
It look cool. Tells you done tried them all on.
Are you kidding me?
First Air Jordans, the dream team.
Oh, them things right here, them things.
That's tight. Oh, Jordan hats.
Of course, you gotta smell good.
Yep, that's it.
Wow. Play hard and always remember to enjoy the game. Your friend, Michael.
Damn, this man Jordan's a hero. But at number 14,
Pause. Okay, so that's the first one that I knew about. Let's keep it moving.
He was a victim, because I bet you didn't know about the mystery of MJ's stolen jersey. On Valentine's Day 1990, the Bulls were in Orlando to face the Magic, when shortly before tip-off, Jordan went back to the locker room to get suited up, only to find that his number 23 jersey was missing. Yeah, and Jordan was pissed, so he flipped around the entire locker room trying to find this thing. And Magic security even searched the entire building, but it was nowhere to be found, forcing Jordan to wear a replacement number 12 jersey and leaving people wondering what the hell happened. Well, eventually, the world would get some answers, because after the game, the Magic decided to launch an internal investigation, and a couple of days later, they made a shocking discovery.
They found out from security that one of their personnel had set up a plan to get the jersey, had actually gone through another locker room, climbed over the ceiling, came through a ceiling tile, grabbed the jersey, put it back in the ceiling, planning for, I guess, a few days later to come back and get it after thinking no one would figure it out.
Yeah, a rogue Magic security guard climbed through the ceiling and stole Jordan's jersey. Damn, that guy really wanted it. But in number 13.
Pause. So I have heard that story, but I didn't know the means from which they were able to steal the jersey. I didn't know they were climbing in the ceilings, but I did hear most of that story.
Jordan really wanted something else, because you might not have known what MJ's career would have been if it wasn't for basketball.
If you were back in time and you couldn't play basketball or baseball, what sport would you play?
Great question. I went to college. I got my degree in cultural geography. Everybody want to know what is cultural geography? But as an introduction to meteorology, I always wanted to be the weatherman. Don't tell me I'm laughing, it's funny, but that's what I really wanted to do. Yeah. So if I wasn't playing basketball, baseball, I was going to tell you what the weather was going to be like tomorrow.
Michael Jordan wanted to be a weatherman. Well, that would have gave Air Jordan a whole new meaning, huh? But number 12.
That was a good pun, but I was going to say it makes sense because he make it rain on them. And he bring the thunder, right? Thunder, rain on them. No, maybe I didn't know that one, though.
12 gave divorce a whole new meaning. Because you probably didn't know that MJ had the most expensive divorce of all time. Back in 2006, after 17 years of marriage, Jordan's wife Juanita officially filed for divorce. Breaking up is hard, but to make matters even worse, as a part of the divorce settlement, Jordan had to cough up a gold mine, giving Juanita possession of his 7-acre mansion in Chicago and $168 million cash, which at the time was the largest divorce settlement ever. Man, MJ was down bad, but he was down even further in number 11, because I doubt you knew about the time Jordan was nearly cut in half by a sword. Yeah, back in college, during a local martial arts show, Jordan got invited on stage for a sword trick, where a samurai would slice a watermelon on top of his stomach. And Jordan thought it was going to go smoothly, but the samurai accidentally cut too far, slicing Jordan's stomach and sending him to the hospital for stitches. Jeez. But alright, dog.
What? This Joker came out with the Hattori Hanzo sword from Kill Bill. Doing some Fruit Ninja stuff on Mike. Is this where the game Fruit Ninja came from? I didn't know that.
We've hit the top 10, so you're gonna see a whole new side of Michael Jordan. Like, I bet you had no idea that Jordan owed thousands of dollars to a convicted felon, or that MJ had an injury so bad it almost ended his career. Yeah, but it's time to talk about number 10, the time Michael Jordan nearly quit basketball because of his injury. See, in 1985, young Jordan was on top of the world because he had just averaged 28 points per game, won Rookie of the Year. People were already calling him an NBA superstar. So going into year 2, MJ was expecting to take his game to an even crazier level. But instead, just a few days into the season, this happened.
It was the third game of the season. It was the second season. We were playing Golden State. I go up for a lob. When I landed flat-footed. When they did the Cats game, it was a clear break. And I was done. I was devastated because I never got hurt. I'm in the cast. I couldn't do anything. I was anxious. I'm pretty sure I was irritable to a lot of people.
MJ completely shattered his foot, leaving the NBA world devastated. And according to Bulls team doctors, Jordan suffered a navicular stress fracture, an injury that's extremely hard to recover from due to lack of blood flow, and in some cases, may never heal. So people thought Jordan's career was in serious danger. But in 1986, after missing 64 games the last season, Jordan returned to the court looking better than ever, playing all 82 games and averaging 37 points, the most in his career. Damn, man went from limping off the court to running it, but he didn't always come out on top.
That's crazy. I knew about that injury. I know the history of it, but I did not know that there was the possibility, given this injury and the blood flow, that there was a chance he might not ever recover from it. That part I did not know. But what a beast to come back from that and come back with a vengeance. 37, boy. What we talking about? Man was on fire that season.
Because in number 9, you might have missed that MJ once owed tens of thousands to a convicted felon. See, in 1992, MJ found himself in a different court because he was forced to testify in the trial of James Slim Booler, a man that was facing life in prison for money laundering and drug charges. Yeah, Jordan got caught up with the wrong dude, and while in court, the authorities questioned MJ about something suspicious. A check he wrote to Buehler for $57,000, with people wondering if this money was to cover up something sinister.
Michael Jordan's day in court was a short one. He spent a lot less time on the witness stand than he does on the bench at Bulls games, and that's not very much. But the few questions he did answer shed new light on his gambling debts and how they mounted so rapidly.
Michael, why did it take you so long to tell the truth?
Leaving the court after testifying, it was clear Jordan couldn't wait to put it behind him fast. Normally, he's patient with reporters, but there'd be no post-game interviews today. On the witness stand, he looked uncomfortable when he talked about the high-stakes golf matches, which led to checks like these. More than $100,000 lost in golf and card games.
While under oath, Jordan claimed the real reason for the check was to cover a gambling debt that he owed to Slim. So in the end, Jordan might not have faced any consequences himself, but he still learned that some bets aren't even worth making, because his buddy Slim was found guilty and was sentenced to 9 years in prison. Damn, this man Jordan was hiding some crazy stuff. And I bet you didn't know about number 8 either. The meaning behind Jordan's iconic jersey number, 23.
Well, in high school, when I played with my brother, my favorite number was 45, and his favorite number was 45. But we were on the same teams. So he had seniority, he had the option to wear 45, so I just figured 23 was half of 45, 22 and a half. So I grabbed 23, and 23 has kind of stuck with me the whole time.
Yeah, Michael Jordan almost wore 45. That's just weird. But number 7 is freaky, because there's no way you knew that Michael Jordan has a secret tattoo. Yeah, in 1995, Jordan was featured shirtless on the cover of a book titled Rebound. No, I'm serious. The book was actually titled Rebound. And on the cover of this book, Jordan has what looks to be a tattoo on his chest. And after staring at this shirtless picture for a couple of hours, I got curious. What was the meaning behind this tat? I started doing some digging, and that's when I uncovered something strange. See, according to a legendary Bulls reporter, Sam Smith, Jordan's tattoo has been a sensitive topic his entire career. And in fact, he's never even publicly commented on it. But that's not even the weirdest part, because it turns out this symbol isn't even a tattoo. It's actually a branding for Jordan's secret college fraternity, Omega Psi Phi. Yeah, someone took a scalding hot iron and branded the secret logo right into Jordan's skin. Damn, this dude Jordan is into some weird stuff. And what he did in number 6.
So I didn't know that he had a brand on his chest, but once I saw the symbol, I knew it was related to his frat.
Was really twisted, because I bet you didn't know that MJ used to starve one of his own teammates after they lost games. Yeah, as an NBA player, Jordan showed no mercy, from taunting his opponents to trash-talking refs. I mean, hell, he even punched his own teammate during practice. But no one caught it worse than former Bulls forward Horace Grant, because throughout his 6 seasons playing with Jordan, he was punished for every bad road game he played in the sickest way imaginable. See, during Bulls team flights, not only would MJ take Horace's food away, but he also forced the flight attendants not to feed him, saying Horace doesn't deserve to eat.
Shoot me straight, what's going on with this deal? I mean, Mike said you can't eat, lotta. He said, Sharp, I'm telling you 100%, that did happen. The flight attendants, they're serving us, and he touches the flight attendant and says, hey, he doesn't eat because he played like poop.
Jesus, MJ had him going hungry, but luckily.
I heard that. I think that was on the Last Dance documentary. It was the first time I heard that, I think. But I wonder what he was, how Mike was treating him after Bird kept torching his ass. Torching Horace Grant.
He's serving up at number 5, because I don't think you knew that Michael Jordan has his own McDonald's burger called the McJordan.
LA is feeling blue. Detroit's the same way too. Cause only one team can repeat. And only one town gets to eat the McJordan special. Now it's back in town.
They were loving it. But Jordan wasn't loving number 4, as it turns out,
I didn't know
MJ
that.
has one of the most embarrassing records in NBA history. During the 1990 All-Star Weekend, Jordan suited up for his very first three-point contest. He was expecting to put on a show, but instead, he put on a stinker of historic proportions, missing 25 out of 30 shots.
Here earlier today for some school kids, it was on fire at that time. It seems to still be on it right now. 28 seconds remaining.
Well, Jordan has really struggled in his first 2 rounds.
Yeah, Jordan couldn't make a damn thing. By the end of it, Jordan had set an all-time record for the worst three-point contest in NBA history. But alright, dog, we've hit the top 3, so it's about to get goated.
I knew that.
We gotta start with the real reason Jordan became the greatest. Because you might not have realized that MJ had the greatest training method of all time. This is legendary sports trainer Tim Grover. And in the early 90s, he was hired by Jordan to help transform his body into a machine, increasing his strength in the weight room, watching his diet, and even inviting Jordan's teammates to work out in the morning as part of the Breakfast Club. But there's one thing that Tim did that was insane. See, to make sure Jordan wasn't overworking certain parts of his body, Tim studied his every movement. In fact, in each game that Jordan played, Tim counted every single step Jordan took on the court.
I would literally write down how many steps he took every single basketball game. I have pieces of paper still now. I would rewind it, watch it again, rewind it, watch it again, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is how many steps he took in the first quarter. This is how many he took in the second. These how many took he took to the left. This is how many he took to the right, forward, back, all this stuff. So that way I could understand which body part and which angle he used most, which one he used less. And the training programs were totally developed around that methodology.
Damn, this man Jordan hired the human Fitbit. But hey, it's not always about basketball with Jordan. Sometimes it's about giving back. And for number 2, you probably had no idea that the amount of money that Jordan's donated to charity is more than what he made in the NBA. See, Jordan made bread in the league, because after 15 seasons in the NBA, he earned over $90 million from his team contracts alone. And that's a boatload of money. But to Jordan, that's nothing, because he gave it all away, and then some, donating over $100 million to different charities over the course of his life. Wow, Jordan really knows how to spread the wealth. And he knows how to spread some knowledge too, because there's one final thing you should know about Michael Jordan. It's that his greatest student was the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant.
Man, I think everybody knew that. How is this number 1? Listen, Kobe is my favorite player, okay? But I think it's well documented that Kobe is grasshopper to Mike. That was, sensei-pupil relationship. Come on, that can't be number 1. Now, a lot of people didn't know about how close they were, like brothers, like family. I knew that, but a lot of people didn't know that until after Kobe died. How is this number 1? All right, I'm going to just shut up and see if they say something different.
See, when Kobe first came into the NBA, Jordan was at his peak, dominating anyone that got in his way. And in their first couple of matchups, all Kobe could think about was one day earning the respect of the GOAT. So over the next couple of years, he kept working on his game until eventually, in 1998, he finally got Mike's attention. Because during the 1998 All-Star game, Kobe made waves, becoming the youngest NBA player ever to start in an All-Star game. With an achievement like that, Jordan started seeing huge potential in Kobe. So after the game, he pulled him aside and said, "If you need anything, just call." And that marked the beginning of an iconic friendship. Because from that point on, Kobe was calling up MJ every week, asking for basketball tips, how to handle the media, life advice. Jordan was like Kobe's older brother.
Mike, after you fake the ball, where else you going?
You left your feet.
Yeah, but where else you going to go?
In the game, I go for you.
I spun all the way around.
I go for these ribs right here.
Ribs.
Like, is Michael Jordan a friend of yours?
He's a good mentor, man. He's like a big brother.
How about the best advice you've ever gotten from him?
Probably the best advice was to be me. To be me.
Kobe and Jordan had nothing but love for each other. By the time they both retired from the NBA, the two were practically family. And while sadly, the world may have lost the Black Mamba in 2020, the man will never be forgotten. Because MJ is going to remember his greatest student and his little brother, Kobe Bryant, for the rest of his life.
This kid had passion like you would never know. What Kobe Bryant was to me was the inspiration that someone truly cared about the way I played the game or the way that he wanted to play the game. He wanted to be the best basketball player that
that he could be. And as I got to know him, I wanted to be the best big brother that I could be.
Damn, now that's goated. But alright, man, that's gonna be it for the video.
Man, I told myself I would never watch that Kobe Bryant ceremony again. So I flew out to Los Angeles for Kobe's memorial. And I didn't end up getting the tickets, but I was outside the arena for everything and toured the city, took pictures of all the murals and everything like that. And the whole time I was just balling, man. I was just balling. But so cool. There's a lot of stuff I didn't know there. A couple things I knew, and a couple things I kind of knew half the story, but not the whole story. Now I want to get back to the part about his friend drowning, and then Mike having a fear of, I don't know if it's a verbatim fear of water, but aquaphobia, I think is what they called it. So long story short, I practically drowned back in 2009. 2009/2010. Long story short, I'll try to keep this short. I went out to save some kids. I was at Lake Folsom in Sacramento. And, actually, I think it's Folsom, Sacramento area. And, they were in a raft, and the current started taking the kids out past the quarantine area. And, my family was just visiting the lake. I had never been there till that day. And they told me, yeah, you can walk across the entire lake. It's all shallow. And I could swim. Don't get me wrong, I could swim. So I was like, all right, the lifeguards ain't paying attention. I'm just going to Olympic swim all the way out here to save these damn kids off this raft. So as I'm Olympic swimming out there, some lady grabs them before I do and starts bringing them back to shore. So at this point, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to drop my feet and walk back to shore. I go to drop my feet. Holy crap, I don't feel anything. So instead of just laying on my back and floating, I start panicking. Now, as I'm panicking, the lady is probably 20 to 25 feet from me with the kids on a raft. And I'm like yelling, help, help, help. They think I'm joking. So the kids are laughing, the lady's laughing, and I notice that they're really not coming to grab me and throw me on the raft. At which point I realize, oh God, they think I'm kidding. So I start cursing just to make this like, yo, this is real. And they still, she takes the raft and the kids right past me. At which point I start going under. Water and stuff starts filling my lungs. And I just remember, you know what they say, in a near-death experience, your life flashes before your eyes. That literally happened. That, like, I can't even explain the phenomenon of just seeing my entire life just flat. I can't explain it. And I just remember saying to myself before the flash, actually, I remember saying to myself, my God, this is how my story ends. This is how I go out. And luckily for me, the lifeguard saw it all happening. Was able to rescue me, threw me on the raft, laid me out. Listen, I was throwing up and shitting for days from all that damn seawater or lake water, all that bacteria and shit. Anyway, after that, it was a long, many years before I would ever get into a natural body of water. About a year after that, I got in a shallow swimming pool in my apartment complex. But after that, it was a long time before I got in a body of water. And then, even today, if I go out into the beach or to the ocean, which doesn't happen regularly, I do, or if I go out on a boat, I was like, bro, I ain't get on that boat without a raft. I ain't getting on a boat without a raft or a life vest. I ain't getting out. Or some flippers. Because I don't even trust myself at this point. And then I hear stories about people that do the most amazing things, to save their family and save their life out at sea. Because when put to the test when survival is on the line. The human body, you don't know what your body's capable of. And I just look at that like, man, and I failed in that situation. I failed. I was tired. My legs were cramped up. Everything, my whole body was cramping. I was fatigued. And I couldn't hold myself up. And I look at myself like, bro, you weak. You weak, bro. You could have fought harder. So ever since then, it ain't been the same for me with the water, man. Definitely natural bodies of water. And listen, I respect nature. I respect nature. I don't fuck around with it. Anyway, that's my story. I said I was going to keep it short, and I fucking lied. Because that's what I do. I can't help myself. Anyway. Yeah, that was dope. That was dope. Great video there. Appreciate the recommendation. Again. Chla Sulau Mal Sad. I know I messed your name up. I apologize. Which of these facts did you know? Which of these facts did you not know? And do you know any other rare and unfamiliar details about Michael Jordan's life that the general public might not know that you would want to share with us? Let me know in the comment section. I, for one, read all the comments. It may take me a couple days, but I will make sure I take a timeout day and go through as many comments as I can, even if it takes hours, and respond to everybody and engage, because that's what I like doing. All right, so let me know if you have any more details or cool things, facts about Mike that a lot of people don't know. Please share. I would love to hear it, hear the story, all right? Anyway, y'all go check out my reaction videos, my other playlists, all that good stuff. Check it out. I appreciate you watching. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. Spread the word, spread the word, spread the word that we out here covering Mike, Kobe, and Bird. Spread the word, Mike, Kobe, and Bird. All right? Peace, much love. I'll catch you on the next one. We out, baby.